Oh, hey everybody. It's the good guy coming at you again. It's Wednesday, January 23rd, 2019. I think that's right. Could be off. Sometimes my days kind of blend together, you know. Maybe that means I'm getting old. Short-term memory loss happens. I used to fall a lot as a kid, you know. I fell out of a truck, was in a coma for 3 days, fell off of a trailer, you know, growing up on the farm. You name it, if it could be fallen out of, or if there could be an injury involved in something, it was always accident prone. That's why I had to get away from construction. High school, post-high school era, I'd tried doing some framing things with involving saws, knives, nails, you name it. If it could be used to injure, I probably did it to myself. But I had somebody looking after me, and he got me to here, you know, so we could talk about it. So I could tell you stories from the trenches. Mommy used to say, Aaron, you're smart, but not too bright. And, you know, I'll take that as a half, you know, half compliment, half get it together, Aaron. Getting it together, slowly but surely. And we're here, coming at you live Wednesday. Talking about a couple things. You know, I didn't touch on any news yesterday. There's a couple of things I'd like to touch on real quick. New York State has passed a law authorizing late-term abortion. This means third term all the way up to birth. Pretty heavy, pretty hot topic. I personally am opposed to abortion. Hot topic, you know, probably get some people that have something to say about that. But they were speculating this was coming out of New York because we're moving towards a largely conservative Supreme Court majority in DC. And people are speculating that could affect Roe versus Wade moving forward. So they're thinking, people are speculating that certain states, you know, may get out in front of this. And that's what happened. There was some video floating around. There was some cheers within the legislature there. Let me know what you think. I listened to a podcast. It was from the SGT report. He's pretty smart. He talks about lots of stuff, financials, current events. He had a former pathologist that came on and told her story. She used to be a far left atheist, you know, just all about science, you know, didn't believe in God. And you know, she just was apparently, you know, very accomplished in what she did. But she talked about her journey from where she would receive these aborted fetal specimens and working with them, you know, to process them in whatever capacity that was. She kind of had this awakening where she's now a pro-life advocate. And you know, if you want to listen to the conversation, it was pretty interesting. I could put it in the comments below. But if you have any comments on that, if you've heard about it in the news, by all means, I'd love to hear what you think. Let's see what else. Trump and Pelosi are back at it again. They're going back and forth about the State of the Union address coming up at the end of the month. He sent another letter saying, hey, we're going to be doing it. Hope to see you there. It's got, I don't know, it's like a tit for tat thing. I love it. It's pretty entertaining. Supposedly she's moved to block it, which from what I understand, she doesn't in fact have that ability to do. People are trying to put her on the same grounds as the president, you know, when she's just in fact like a leader of a portion of one branch of government. But that's just, you know, mainstream leftist propaganda for you. We'll see what happens. There was also a big breaking article about the massive taxpayer waste that she's done over the years. I think it's like upwards of like $2 million in cost to the Air Force from, you know, running luxury jets, flying family around, you know, running up like bills at five-star restaurants. You know, this isn't surprising to me personally. Corrupt politicians really don't care about taxpayers. You know, they yoke taxpayers for their own benefit. I mean, if you've read Bible scriptures, you know, what do evil kings, what do evil rulers do? You know, they yoke people, they enslave them, you know, for their own benefit. I mean, that's not new. You know, it hasn't been around for, you know, just our day. It's been going on for a while. Oh, so that's what's up with that. Let me know what you think. Covington Catholic students got an invite to the White House. If you follow Twitter or the news, Trump chimed in on this, and after all the facts have come out and it's clearly these kids were set up, they're going to be getting an invite to the White House. That's pretty cool. People are going to be pissed off about it, so you know, that's no news. I was at the gym just now, and I saw, as I was, you know, stretching, I was staying loose, you know, because that's what you have to do as you get old, you know. You stretch, you work out, you run, you stretch. That way you don't pull a hammy. But I saw on ESPN they were, and I get the details, so if you have any feedback on what the actual story is, supposedly there was a laser pointed at Brady during the AFC Championship game. My thoughts are that it was probably some kid with one of those, you know, things that they use to torture cats. And I've heard about people like being arrested for pointing these things at planes. You know, SWAT comes in and throws you in a black bag and takes you away. You don't want to do that, from what I understand. I don't know if there's been any pushback or repercussions for what happened. Obviously, there's some Brady haters out there, you know. Either you love him or you hate him, it seems like. Not like people that, Brady's okay. It's like, yeah, he's the greatest. No, hey. But that's what happens when you're the GOAT, you know. People are you're gonna have some haters pointing lasers at you. Let's see what else is going on. A little bit of more sports news. We got out of the early 2019 Heisman hopefuls. If you're a ASU fan, Eno Benjamin, who killed it last year, he was, I believe, 5th in the NCAA, 1,642 yards. Put it up, set a whole bunch of school records. Guy's a beast. He's coming back for his junior year. We're all excited out here. But he's out of Bovada, which is an online dating betting site, not dating site. I don't know, maybe it's a dating site. He is 23rd best odds to win the Heisman coming up next year. And ASU's got a lot of their offensive line coming back, you know. They gave up far fewer sacks this year, you know, and that was part of his success. Can't run without an offensive line. Brady's getting knocked down all the time. He's not going to be able to, you know, be the GOAT, you know. So you're only as good as your offensive line if you're a running back or a quarterback. And Trevor Lawrence, he's also on the list. Tua Tagovailoa, he's that quarterback from Bama. I got to practice that one. That's a tongue twister. Say that 3 times real fast. And ASU's going to pick up a coach out of Fresno State, you know, who spanked us in the Las Vegas Bowl. We're going to bring over their defensive line coach, and hopefully he can show us how it's done. Maybe we can get at some people. Yeah, Fresno just killed it out in their conference. They were first in points allowed and yards per play. So that's good. Hearn picked up the defensive coordinator out of San Diego State, who is now on board with us, and he's really turning it around. That's what you do, you know. You go get the coaches that know what they're doing. Exciting stuff. 2019 Pac-12 football and the Devils. It's not a gang sign. It's fork 'em. And a little on the emotional, motivational side. I was thinking a little bit about what I talked about yesterday. Just to briefly wrap it up. we were talking about perception of oneself. You know, what do you see versus, you know, what does the world see? And I was thinking about, you know, like looking in the mirror. You know, it's these videos for me personally have been like a way of facing myself, you know, to put it in a personal perspective, but also, you know, put out some food for thought for y'all out there. What do you actually see in the mirror? You know, does it reflect your personal view? You know, what does it reflect, that image in your mind? And I think a lot of that prevents us from coming back. You know, we look on the world, we look at people, we look at successful people, we envy, you know, we wish we were this or that or something, you know, taller, faster, better looking, more successful, more money, you know. And we project we project that, or I guess we hold ourselves to that standard, you know, and that's a lot of pressure, you know. And that, I don't know, that's not self-serving, you know, to judge ourselves by other people's standards, because I touched on it yesterday. We don't know where they've been. We don't know how they view themselves, you know. I'm sure everybody's got things that hold them back. Nobody's perfect. You know, the most successful, athletic, financially, you know, accomplished, best-looking people in the world, you know, have got things that hold them back, you know. So that's food for thought. What holds you back? You know, what is it that prevents you from realizing your goals? You know, is it the fear of failure? You know, is it the fear that, you know, you might succeed? These are all good questions to ask yourself. And I was also sitting last night. I was watching some cartoons with my niece, you know, and there was it reminded me of this seminar I did back in the day where it takes you back to when you were a kid, you know. Think about when you're walking. Think about when you were learning new things, you know. What does a kid do, you know? I mean, they get back up, you know. They may cry, you know. They may whine a little bit, but ultimately they get back up, you know. And I think if we could take that approach to life, you know, to moving towards what we want to accomplish, you know. Are you going to fall down? Yeah. Are you going to get back up is the question. Cheesy, cliche. I like, you know, Michael Jordan. He was the greatest, you know. But he missed shots, you know. He was the greatest. He made some game-winning shots, but he also missed a bunch, you know. Go back and watch his highlights. The GOAT, like Brady. Like you can be, you know. You could be the GOAT, you know, in your own minds, you know. It's all about the story you tell yourself, you know. I challenge you to do something that scares you today and work at, you know, telling yourself a different story, you know. Look at yourself in the mirror, you know. Come to terms with who you are, good, bad, indifferent, and just move forward, you know. It's only Wednesday, you know. We got a lot of week to go. We got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, boom. Sky's the limit, baby. All right, we're coming up on 14 minutes here. I got to get out of here. Got to go work. Got to go make a little money. Pay them bills. This is the good guy. Coming at you on Wednesday with a Hump Day video. Just like that camel, that Geico camel back in the day. You know you liked it. You know you saw that. You know you loved it. You know you shared it. Be real. Fess up. If you like, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Share with your friends. Subscribe. There's that notification button that you can click that says, it'll let you know when I've posted. And as always, I'm welcome to feedback, you know. Keep it constructive, keep it humane. Because, you know, I like to debate, you know. I'm all about a good, healthy debate as adults. And that's how we come together, you know. That's how we get along. We're all trying to get along. Thanks again. Hope you all have a good day. It's a good guy. Signing out. Peace.